Hi, I'm Mega Pugboy, and unlike my friends Mr. Liverdog and Killingshot, I'm not a PC gamer, I'm a console gamer. More particularly, a PS3 console gamer, a Sony fanboy. So, when PlayStation Allstars Battle Royale was announced for the PS3, it was a must buy for me, so I'm the one doing the review on it. I'll be talking about the game's gameplay, its characters, its levels / stages, its multiplayer / co-op, and its replayability. So let's get started, shall we? If you look at Allstars, you will immediately think Smash Bros, but it's not. It does draw inspiration from it, but Allstars is a more technical and combo heavy game. You're not going to win by just mashing down one button over and over again. And unlike any other fighting game, there's no health bar. Only a super meter, which you can build up by pummeling your foes. There are 3 levels of this super meter, and with each level, you get more and more powerful. But just because you have a level 1, don't think that you're going to go around killing everyone. You have to be smart. Get them while they're stunned, or in a certain place. You're not just going to walk over to a bunch of people, press R2 and get a kill. It doesn't work like that. You gotta think. With a level 2 however, it is more easier to get a kill, but again, you have to think. You gotta use it just the right time. It's only with a level 3, don't have to really think. You just gotta kill the hell out of people. And I like that, because every time I get 3 kills with a level 1 super, I feel like a legend. I also like the feeling I get when I see Kratos use his level 3, and I'm just like, oh shit. And everyone runs around like cockroaches. It's fun being the cockroach and the god of war. I also like the feeling I get when I don't get killed by someone's level 3. It makes me feel like an absolute ninja, and I love that gameplay style. Although it can be frustrating at times when you get interrupted during your level 1 or miss a kill, especially when you think you earned and deserved that kill. But it's frustration that quickly goes, and you start having fun soon after. When you're not killing people, you're probably beating them up. And although Allstars is a combo heavy game, don't let that push you away. You don't have to know 20 long hour combos in order to win the game. You can just pick up and start playing, which is really fun. And in time, you'll go from mindlessly kicking someone's head in, to mastering your character and knowing just what you're doing. There's 20 characters in Allstars, from the familiar faces of Kratos and Nathan Drake, to the old and mostly forgotten Parappa the Rapper and Sir Daniel Fortescue. And it's nice to see them all come in one game, kicking the shit out of each other. Every character in the game, except for maybe Evil Cole and Good Cole, have different playstyles from one another, so you're bound to find someone that you're happy playing with. What's also nice about this is the characters that you're playing with they feel like you're playing their original games. They have the same moves and everything, same weapons, same guns. It feels like I'm actually playing Jak and Daxter when I'm playing Jak and Daxter on Allstars. And that's a nice touch. It's good knowing that they've stayed as true to the characters they possibly be, and it's not just like, since when the hell could he do this? But not only have they captured their fighting style, they've also captured their personalities. The cute, funny, lovable Sackboy is not just all like, bring it on asswipes, I'll tear you to pieces. He's all lovable and fun. Like, come on guys, let's keep it clean, let's have some fun here. And it's really fun playing with him, especially when you're beating down on Kratos. And oh boy, can you beat down on Kratos. But with all that said, I would like to say that there's no characters that are OP, but that is sadly untrue. The likes of Raiden, who's the vein of my existence, and Sly Cooper, and even Kratos are all way OP. They need nerfed. I'll give you an example of each character. Kratos is very easy to get into combos with, and he gets to his level 3 way too quickly, which is extremely powerful. Sly Cooper, nearly all of his attacks can stun you, and if he hits you from behind, you lose super meter. You can also go invisible. You can't block, but you can go invisible. And you might think that you can only go invisible for 20 seconds, but no. The longer you can hold down the L1 button, is the longer you can go invisible. It's very unfair when people like Colonel Raddock use their level 3, and you can't find you anywhere across the map. And the OP, Raiden. His level 1 takes a split second to get to with his very long combos. He's also extremely fast and powerful, and his level 1 is what I would say near undodgeable. Of course I have dodged it, and it's not undodgeable, but it's almost undodgeable, and it's very easy to get kills. There's no skill required to kill people with that level 1, and it really does need nerfed. And not only do some people need nerfing, but some people need buffing, like Sir Daniel Fortescue. He's too slow, and his level 1 attack is pitiful. I can barely get a kill with it. I do know one move that can get you into the kill right away, and it's almost guaranteed, but it can be dodged, and people are learning how to do it, which is really unfair. His level 2 only works if you're above him, and his level 3, well, it only really works if you're clustered together, and it's kinda easy to only get 3 kills. But I'm sure Superbot Entertainment are working hard to fix these small problems, and even though they are small problems, they're still problems. And even though for the first game 20 characters is a lot and very good, there's still some characters that are not there that should really be in the game, like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro and Abe. It does make sense that they're not there. However though, you have got to think, maybe they will show up as DLC, and not every IP holder wants to give away their IPs, and it's not up to Superbot Entertainment. They can't just start taking IPs and putting them into the game. So you will really have to reconsider that before you start yelling at Superbot Entertainment for these characters not showing up. But they might show up as DLC, which Cat from Gravity Rush and Emmett Graves from Starhawk is. Please excuse me if I'm saying Emmett Graves wrong, I haven't really played Starhawk. And although I don't think I'll be able to play a very good Emmett Graves, I'm almost certain that I might be good at Cat from Gravity Rush. But I don't know, I'm just going to have to check them out when they're released. It's also nice to know that the DLC characters are getting the same treatment as the people on disc. They're getting their own story mode, own costumes, own victory music and taunts, and I can't wait to play as them, and I hope to see more characters come in soon. What's also nice to know that I should rather just throw out there real quick is that this DLC coming is free, but I don't know if all the DLC will be free, and it's only free for 2 weeks. As for the stages in Allstars, there's nothing really bad to say about them. They're amazing, and it's very unique. It's not just one map from one game, it's 2 games mixed together, which really makes a lot of commotion going in the background. It makes beautiful soundtrack, and it's really fun to fight on. There's 14 stages in the game, plus a couple of the ones that you can train on, which are basically nothing, they're just blank stages what you can train on. But I'm sure out of them 14 stages you'll find one that you'll like, since there's ones that are massive, ones that are tiny, ones that are vertical, ones that go in every direction. There's ones that you will love, believe me. The stages are almost like a story, and it's fun to see them stories unfold, like the dojo stage from Parappa the Rapper. It's just Chop Chop Master Onion teaching some guys Kung Fu, and then all of a sudden the roof flies off, and a machine from Killzone starts destroying the city. Chop Chop Master Onion then flies off, fighting other robots, and then right at the end for some reason he's massive, and comes back and kicks the machine right in its face, restoring the town to peace. And it's really fun watching all that happen while you're fighting, and also dodging the missiles off the machines. And the soundtrack, just like the stages, are mixed up together. It's the themes from both songs merged together, which sounds amazing. Another great thing about the stages is, if the hazards get you frustrated, you can easily just turn them off, which is a nice feature. I just hope that there'll be more stages in the future, but we'll never know that, will we, Mr. Omar Kendall? Huh? No comment? Stay tuned? Who do you think you are, Omar? Killing Shots channel? As for Allstars multiplayer and co-op, it's just so much fun to just jump into an online game and start beating the crap out of people. It's even more fun if you have a friend to go co-op with, and either fight him one-on-one, or even just go online and work together to beat people up. It's so much fun. The only downsides to multiplayer is that everyone there enough plays as Raiden or Kratos or Sly Cooper because they're so OP. But when you get into a match where there's no Raiden, Kratos or Sly Cooper, it really is fun to just beat down on people, and it's even more fun when everyone's not the same character. Although you do sometimes get into a match where there's 2 of one character. It's not bad, it's just not as fun seeing 2 people as the same character. Also, these OP characters that I'm going on about, like Raiden and Sly Cooper and Kratos, they're not gods, well, except for Kratos. They're not gods, but they're hard to kill. But sometimes you do find people that are just checking them out and they're not that bad to beat up. It's just not that fun finding everyone as them all the time. It would be fun if sometimes I just went onto a match and never saw their faces for a while. Another bad thing about the multiplayer is the lag. It's just so frustrating when I'm just there fighting someone and then all of a sudden I explode because the character that was walking into the wall for an hour has just all of a sudden just popped right in front of me and killed me. It's not fun at all. It's also not fun fighting someone and then they're just disappearing all over the map. Lag's a bad thing, but I'm sure some people don't get that much lag. I haven't got that much of a good internet connection, maybe that's why I'm getting so much lag. But I do find perfect match most of the time, and when I'm in a perfect match, it's a perfect game. In short, the multiplayer is the heart and soul of Allstars. That's what it was based around. It was made for online matches for people to duke it out, and it's really fun. It's also fun having different modes, like 2v2 and free-for-all, and stocked or timed. But the multiplayer is so good, only because the single player experience is so bad. The story mode is called arcade mode, but it's basically just fighting bots on a 3-minute free-for-all match. It's not really fun. For each character, the story mode basically takes half an hour for each one, but it's not really that fun. It's a good way to just get a character and start practicing with them, but as I say, it's not fun. It can be more fun if you have a friend watching you play, but that's only because of the power of the company. What was also a disappointment about the single player experience for me is that it didn't make sense. I remember once watching an interview with Elmore Kendall, and he said that he was going to try and make the most sense of Kratos fighting Parappa as he can, but that was a full-blown lie. I have 3 examples of this. The first one being, if you select Big Daddy, the first cutscene is just him and the little sister walking around Rapture, you know, as they do, and then the little sister is chatting crap about, you know, getting the angels, sucking the Adam out of them, and then the cutscene ends, and then out of nowhere you're fighting Jack and Daxter in Parappa the Rapper's dojo. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't explain how they got out of Rapture and travelled dimensions. It just doesn't make sense. They never explain nothing. Also, in the Parappa the Rapper playthrough, when you meet your rival, Spike, you see him chasing monkeys, and Parappa doesn't like that, so he confronts Spike, which starts off with the first sentence being, "Why are you chasing that monkey, Spike?" It doesn't make sense. These characters aren't meant to know each other. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that maybe Parappa was insulting his hair by calling him Spike, but it sounds as if he knew his name, and he shouldn't know his name. The third example being, I'm going to go with Dante, although there is a lot of options to pick through this. It seems that every character, when they meet their rival, they just want to kill something, either that or they're just moody. So, as you know, Dante is a demon hunter. He hunts demons. So, all the characters in the PlayStation history, like Parappa the Rapper, Sackboy and Ratchet & Clank, he thinks that they're demons, so he sets out to kill them all. Which makes sense, because I guess if you was a demon hunter and you saw a talking, rapping dog, you would kinda think that was a demon. But when he sees his rival, Noriko, he still thinks that she's a demon. How could you possibly mistake her for a demon? She looks exactly the same as a human. You can't just go around thinking everyone's a demon. In fact, I've never played Heavenly Sword, but I'm pretty sure she is a human. It just makes no sense. Also, the cutscenes in the single player experience are just bad. They're just pictures with voiceovers. The beginning and the end cutscenes are just pictures with voiceovers. It's only the middle cutscene that actually looks like a cutscene, and it's actually kind of pretty good. It looks amazing, but it's only on for like, what, I'd say maybe a minute and a half. They could have made it longer, and they should have put more cutscenes like that in the game. Apart from arcade mode, there's also a single player challenge mode, but the challenges are kind of unfair. Like, one of the challenges with Parappa is to get 3 kills with your level 1 super, but that's not based on skill most of it is luck. It's kind of more than luck that you're getting 3 kills with a level 1 attack. It's kind of unfair, and there's not really a challenge as much as you're just getting asked to do something that's basically impossible. I can't control where all 3 characters are going to be on the screen at once. The replayability. And now, I was thinking long and hard about this, and it boggled through my mind for a bit. I didn't know what to say about it. I was changing my opinions, thinking of different stuff, but at the end I just had to face that, really, unless you're a hardcore fan of this game, or games of this genre, there really is no replayability. I like this game a lot, so I'll keep on coming back to it, just for the experience. But other people, like my friend Mr. Liverdog, he doesn't really like 2D brawlers. So for him, there was nothing really to keep on coming back to this game for, and I can understand that with a few people. You can level up each character to unlock different stuff, but to me, that's not really fun, the leveling up system. One, there's no like, the more you level up, the harder it gets. It's basically the same leveling up over and over again. Basically, when I win a match, I level up like 5 times, and then when I'm level 50, I still like level up like 5 times when I win a match. Sometimes when I even lose a match, I level up like 10 times. The leveling up system is just not satisfying. When you reach a certain level, you're meant to feel like, oh yeah, I earned that, it's about time. But with Allstars, it's just like, well, I was on 37 a minute ago, now I'm on 42. Yeah, and the things that you unlock are just not fun. They're like icons or backgrounds for your scenery. It's not really that fun. I do like it when you unlock intros and taunts for your characters, but there's only like 4 taunts and 3 outros and intros each. And you unlock all the outros and taunts when you reach about level 40. It's only at level 100 go you unlock all the taunts, intros and outros. But it's not really that fun. You stop unlocking everything when you reach level 200, but the character level still goes up to 999. It doesn't make sense. And what I normally like about games like this is the different costumes, but in Allstars they only have like 1 costume each. 2 if you got the pre-order costumes, which I didn't. So that's just no fun at all. You could have at least made more costumes and stuff to unlock, but what will make you come back to this game is the enjoyment you have of playing it with your friends. I can't get enough of playing this. and even with my friends just makes the experience a lot more fun. And for me, it'll always be one of those games where it's like, when I'm feeling bored, I'll say to my friends, you want to play some All-Stars? And we'll probably have fun if they say yeah. But if none of your friends have this game, you're probably going to get bored of it really quick. None of my friends have this game, and even though I'm still enjoying it, it is rather sometimes getting quite boring. I can't wait till Christmas until all my friends finally get this game and I'll have someone to play with. It'll make the enjoyment a lot more fun. So what I say to you about this game is buy and try it. You'll probably enjoy it if you just buy it and try it. If you have friends to play with, it'll make the experience a lot more fun. And although it hasn't got that much replayability, you'll probably want to come back for it just for the sheer enjoyment. Believe me, being Parappa the Rapper and using his level 1 to kick the chin off of Kratos never gets old. It's so much fun. But on the other hand, I also wanted to give this game a perfect score, a 10 out of 10. But I couldn't do it. It was the sheer things of like one character being OP, or the single player not being what it could have been, or even the leveling up not being as satisfying. I'm giving this game an 8.5 because it's really fun, but it's just small little things that could have made the game better that's not in there. Hopefully there'll be a number 2 and all these things will be improved on, but until then it's got an 8.5. If you're still not sure about this game, here's the advice I have to you. Don't buy it at its full price, get it at cheaper. That way, if you don't like it, at least it wasn't a total waste of money. You'll still find some enjoyment out of it, but it won't be for days, it might be for hours. And I don't know, you might just one day go back to it, just to have the sheer fun of beating people up.
If you were to say your myogenic cardiovascular organ was found in your chest, you'd be technically right, but spiritually wrong. You're always welcome home.